Hello guys, how y'all doing? Welcome to this video introduction to HTML. So basically today we are going to be talking about how to get started with HTML, and also we are going to be building our first website in this course. So I just need you guys to be ready. I know we have taken a lot of content lately where we talk about how the web works, how the internet works, how the server transfer files to your system, how you make a request. Now, so basically, as from henceforth, we are going to be doing a lot of demonstrations and a lot of coding. So I'll be doing a lot of videos as well. So let's get started. So firstly, what we need to do is we need to set up our machine to work. We need to set up our environment, and let me assume that most of you have a system, but for those of us that don't have a system yet, at the end of this video I will show you how you can run your HTML code. So for those of us that have system, what we need to do firstly is to go on your browser, type Sublime on your browser and press enter. So yes, you get this results. So basically this is the editor we recommend you guys to start using first. Sublime is a very good text editor to write your code. So Sublime is already installed on my system, so I will not be installing it. But if you know you don't have this on your system, you can go ahead and install Sublime on your system. If you use Mac, there's a version for Mac. If you use Windows, there's a version for Windows. So just download the installation file and get started with it. Yeah, so when you install Sublime on your system, this is what you get. Now we are going to be building our first website. I don't know if you guys are excited. For me, I'm so excited, and this is gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, I know you guys may be saying, this is not fun, but trust me, it is. So what is a text editor? So basically a text editor is what we use to write our codes, just like you have your book, your piece of paper, your pen. So if you want to write exams, you use your pen to write exams. You submit the paper to a lecturer, the lecturer signs or mark your script. So basically we are dealing with a machine, so we need a way to communicate with the machine. So I want you to see a text editor as one way where you write your code to tell the system what to do. Yeah, so that's what text editor is basically. So if you look at this text editor closely, you see we have, at this point you see we have the plain text. So I can just simply type anything on my text editor because it allows you to type text on it. You can see we have the file, the edit menu, the select menu. So all those are options on this Sublime editor. But currently what I type on this editor is just a plain text. But don't forget, what we are trying to do is to write HTML code. So how can we make it to be HTML code? You can see I'm typing is showing plain text. So what I need to do is to come down here and click on plain text. You can see we have a lot of options to choose from. We have JavaScript, we have CSS, we have PHP, we have Python, we have Java. So I'll choose HTML because that's what we are going to be using. So you can see it has changed automatically to HTML down here. So now if I type any HTML tag, it will tell me, can you spot the difference? Can you spot the difference, guys? So basically all HTML tags has their own colors. So you can see it's different from when I type hello, because this does not have any tag attached to it. For now, just flow along. I will explain some things to you later, like tags. So I'm using the word tag or the term tag, and most of you may not understand. But for now, just follow me. I'll do this explanation later in the video. So now we are going to be building our first website, guys. So basically, let's do a recap of what we discussed earlier. You know, I told you of how a server or how a client makes a request to the server and the server returns back that request. So let's take, for instance, I go to www.google.com. So I'm making a request to Google server. Google server processes a request, and here the return means a content. This content is now displayed on my browser. The reason why this is displayed on the browser is because my browser understands what is being displayed. So you can see the way the page is. Behind or beneath the hood are HTML codes which the browser can interpret. So as a web developer, you should be able to write those HTML codes that your browser can interpret. So if you look at the source code, let's look at the source code of this page. You will notice what we have are just codes, HTML codes, and nothing more. So basically, you can see what we have as a source code. They are just codes. This is what the browser returned for us, just HTML and JavaScript codes. Let me close this so that you don't get bored with all those jargons we have there. So let's start to build our first page. So guys, at this point, just follow me. I know you may not understand some things I'm writing, but just follow me. I will explain later. But I want you to see this as a rule. For you to write your HTML page, these are the rules you have to follow. I was not the one that came up with that rules. It is not my rule. It is not anybody's rule. It is not Bill Gates' rule. It is not Mark Zuckerberg's rule. But it is a rule that HTML is following. So we all have to follow that rule. So we have doc type. We have HTML. So I have HTML. I can decide to hit this and it gives me everything. So yes, this is what we have, guys. Yeah, I will explain this later. So now for this to work, we have to save this file. For us to be able to view this page, we have to save the file. So let's go ahead and save this file. So I'm going to save it on my desktop. Index dot I think I already have a file called index. So alright, let me just save it with index-1.html. So now let's open up our web page. So what I need to do is, let me open up my desktop. It was the page I just created, so let me open it up in my browser. So guys, remember the concept I talked about, that when you ask for a file, when you do a request to a server returns back that file. That is what we just did right now. So let's take my desktop as the web server. Now the web server has returned us this file, and this file is being opened on our browser. But currently there's nothing on our HTML file. That's why we are not seeing anything. There's nothing on the HTML file. So let's go back to our text editor and edit some content. So inside this our body, let me explain what these codes are doing. So inside the HTML tag, we have the head tag. The head tag simply means there are codes that there are meta information that we put on the head tag that does not show on the body, does not show on, that the user does not see, just like the way we have this page. So basically information that are not visible to the end user is what we put inside this head tag. Then for the body tag, if you want content that will be visible to the users, they are placed in between the body tag. So let's put something, hello world, yeah, and let's save that. So let's go back to our server and return that same page. So you can see we have hello world here. Woo! Showing hello world. That's our first content. So now let's add something to the title. Let's make it my first website. Yeah, so let's save it again. Let's do the same thing. So guys, you can see the title, our title bar is not showing our first website. It's not cool. So one more thing before I close this video. Always remember that all these guys you have here, if you are using text, if you are using Sublime, it's easier for you to just type HTML and press enter. It gives you all the snippets to start with. We call it boilerplates. So it sets up all the basics for you. So as a web developer, basically, if you don't know anything at all, basically you're supposed to know how to write this line of code. You're supposed to know how to write this basic page structure. It's called the structure for your web page. If you don't know anything at all, you're supposed to know how to write this basic structure. Even if you're in a district and somebody looks you up, hello Joe, can you write me the web structure? You're supposed to be able to write this basic web structure where you have the doc type, you have the HTML, you have the head tag. From the head tag, you have the body tag. So basically guys, that's hello world. Yes, hello world. Ooh, looks nice. So for those of us that does not have a PC, you can as well use your phone or your tab. If you have a tab, fine. If you have a phone, you can as well make use of your phone. So you can just navigate to jsfido.com. I'll place it on the resource part of this course. I'll place the link on the resource part of this course so that you can get the resource. So you can navigate to jsfido.net. So it's an online platform that allows you to run your codes online and see the results. So if you can see from here, we have this HTML section where we write our HTML codes, and we have this CSS section where we also write our CSS code. Then we have this guy here too where we can write our JavaScript code as well. Then on this part of the screen, this is where we see our result. So let's replicate what we have here. So I'll just do a copy and paste. Let me just copy what I have on my text editor and place it on what I have online. Let's see what we will get. So if I click on run, it shows me the result on this part. So you can see, guys, you can see this is the result we have. Hello world. So for those of us that doesn't have a laptop to test out our codes, we can use jsfido.net to run our code. Hello, I don't have a laptop, but I can use jsfido.net. Yes, so let's save it up. Let's run it. Hello, I have a laptop, I can use jsvideo.net. That's it, guys. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.